Ô, louco. Bom, de acordo com a Twitch, a conferência da Sony vai ser de 1h45 também. Vai ser bem grande. Não, só tô esperando. Eu tô lendo o Reddit. Toma, eu não vou dormir essa porra. É a conferência da Sony, cara. Tá louco? Sei lá. Remaster do Infamous Second Son, what? Oh, foi. Ouch. Oh, mano. Pô, cara, mas aí eu vou ficar muito bolado. Tipo assim, se tiver Final Fantasy VII na Sony, por que ralhas teve a conferência da Square Enix então? What the fuck? Ai, caralho, muito bom. Pera aí, uma imagenzinha aí pra gente já dar aquele hype na conferência da Sony. Uma imagem rápida aí pra dar aquele hype. Rapidinho. Vamos tudo. Uma imagem rápida aí pra gente já entrar no hype da Sony.
Hello?
Tudo pro hype da Sony. Vamos lá. Tem que zoar, né? Faltam 5 minutos. Porra, é aquela ali do lado da Rockstar. Agora vamos para com essa porra. Vou voltar pro Kelly. Bom, faltam 5 minutos. Galera aí que saiu para dar aquela ida no banheiro, volta aí pro chat, né? Faltam só 5 minutinhos para a gente ir para a última conferência do dia. A conferência da Sony. Vamos ver o que vai acontecer hoje. Lembrando que, né, amanhã, quem tiver tempo, né? Amanhã às 1 da tarde tem a conferência da Nintendo, mas eu não vou poder transmitir porque é muito cedo. Eu vou estar chegando. Então, né, ficamos só com a conferência da Sony. Projeto aí que talvez seja possível você mostrar. Cara, isso que eu chamo de corte, hein? Caraca, que corte, hein? Galera, voltou. Começou a conferência, porra! Vamos ver o que vai acontecer, né? Começar com o quê? Pô. Vou falar que se parece com aquele Ninja Gaiden, não. Não parece. Não. Sei lá o que é isso. Ah, isso aí é o palco. Ó, sei, cara, eu não sei mais. Ah, é aquele bichinho da Sony. É do PlayStation VR, basicamente. É. Ah, porra. É. Teve as coisas do Mario 64. Ah, tá, tava no Mario 64. Bom. Vamos ver lá o que vai ser, né? Falta 2 minutos para a conferência da Sony. Cara, o hype tá lá em cima, cara. Ainda mais eu que tenho console da Sony é foda, velho. O hype tá lá na puta que pariu. Até agora. Então, pra mim, até agora, a melhor conferência, na minha opinião, foi PC e a Ubisoft. Period. Muito próximo da Ubisoft. Muito próximo como uma das melhores conferências fácil é da Microsoft. Atrás da Microsoft vem a da Bethesda, depois vem a da Square Enix, porque foi só... como que eu posso falar? A da Square Enix foi apenas desapontante. apontou. Aí. Da PC também foi melhor, cara. Mostrou o que a gente queria ver, jogo. Mostrou muito jogo, foi direto ao ponto. A da Microsoft também, só que os jogos da Microsoft, na minha opinião, não eram tão bons. Não mostrou muito jogo com data de lançamento. Mostrou mais, tipo, só teaser ou alguma outra coisa, né? Por isso que eu acho que a da Microsoft, por isso que eu acho que a da... Aprenderam com os erros passados, isso aí. A da... Né? A da... Opa! Vamos ver o que tem que começa hoje. Vamos ver o que vai começar. Vamos lá. Caraca, que lugarzinho diferente.
And thank you for making the time tonight to come to church.
Come to church.
This fulfills your obligation for the coming Sunday, for those of you who need to know that. But thank you for coming out.
Muito bom.
It's great to see the congregation as large as it is tonight under this single tent. And for those of you who
congregação
because you remember that movie Kingsman.
Caralho, velho. Parece que a gente pegaram uma igreja mesmo.
It doesn't end that way.
Caralho.
So, but no, again, thank you. And as you can see from this evening, here again at PlayStation, we've decided to mix it up a little bit in the way that we're doing our E3 presentation this year. You know, we look at what the stories have we tell and the things that we want to impart to our fans here with us and their fans on the live feed worldwide.
Uma coisa que eu já achei interessante é que a Sony dessa vez optou por uma coisa muito mais próxima.
Rather than a bombardment of new creative, we're going to take all of you on a journey deeper into some of the key titles we've talked about before.
Então eles vão se focar nos títulos principais.
Tonight, a deeper way, so you can learn about what's going on with these games and what's coming up.
Eu achei que era bom, então.
Look at here at Worldwide Studios with inside Sony Interactive Entertainment, we really want to take our love for gaming and make it sing very loudly. It's a gaming industry, it's sometimes called, but certainly inside our studios, we see gaming as a vocation. It's a calling. It's what we do. It's what we have to do. Our teams of creatives and studios and designers, they have stories to tell and things they want to show you and places they'd like to take you. That's what we're trying to do here at PlayStation.
Cara, pior que parece ser congregação mesmo. Sem sacanagem, pior que parece congregação mesmo. Sabe aquelas igrejinhas americanas? Parece, velho, bizarro.
In this tent, this church tent we've created here in Los Angeles,
como se fosse,
to let you start that journey with us and let us tell you our stories for the next hour or so. So, without further
então é uma hora só de
ado, it
conferência,
is
não
my
vai ter
great
muita coisa.
honor and my unique privilege to invite to the stage, introduce to you Gustavo Santorea.
Puta que pariu. O pessoal tava reclamando da Ubisoft com a musiquinha. A Sony. Que tal um cara com banjo? Se começarem a mostrar o trailer do lado ali com o cara tocando, vai ser bom. Pode ser. É o The Last of Us, provavelmente. Provavelmente é The Last of Us. Um banjo de Kazooie, caraca! Nossa! Isso ia ser muito engraçado, velho. Mas pra ser banjo de Kazooie tinha que ter um molequinho com aquele apitinho. Que era Banjo e Kazooie mesmo. Banjo-Kazooie. Exato. O foda é que a Sony talvez não espere tentar fazer algo muito bizarro esse ano, porque a Sony ultimamente está se focando mais nas conferências da Sony fora da E3. Isso eu acho triste, mas é verdade. Ô Sony, já foram 5 minutos, cara. Coloca alguma coisa, caramba. É só 1 hora de evento, porra. Ah, acabou a música. Banjo Knuckles. Caraca, velho. Meu Deus. Cara, se a Sony tivesse comprado o Banjo-Kazooie, ia ser muito engraçado. Eu vou ser sincero. Eu boto meu controle de PS4 na boca se aparecer Banjo-Kazooie, velho. Tipo, tento comer meu controle de PS4. Mas é do The Last of Us, cara, certeza. Naughty Dog. Viu? Ou não. É a mesma igreja mesmo. The Last of Us 2. Caraca, muito bom. Sim, reproduzir o cenário do jogo. Exatamente. Genial.
I hate these things. Tell me about it. Your old man really laid into me today.
O sistema de áudio da Sony tá muito ruim. Tá com eco.
Another big lecture about my patrols. Don't go here, don't go there. It's funny how involved it gets whenever you're scheduled to go out.
Yeah.
She's
Mas
putting on quite the show.
I give you guys 2 weeks until you're back together.
Not gonna happen. She say something to you?
Make it 1 week. Ellie! Hey! What took you so long? Well, I'm here, aren't I?
Tina?
Jesse.
Hey, don't forget we leave at first light, so get some rest.
Yes, sir. Such a dick.
Come on. Why don't you start with me? Okay, I have a very serious question for you.
porra é essa, velho? É, também tô achando
How
isso.
bad do I smell? Like a hot pile of garbage?
Oh. Okay.
Oh, how about that? Gross.
What the fuck?
You love it. Every guy in this room is staring at you right now. Maybe they're staring at you.
Ele come milk.
Maybe they're jealous of you. I'm just a girl.
Ah não, parece que já tiraram o coisa.
Oh, Ellie. I think they should be terrified.
Caralho, velho, que porra é essa? porra é essa, Sony? Oh, caralho. Caraca, o pessoal tá foda já. Gameplay? Ô louco, velho! Gameplay? Ah tá, cinemático. Tá, ok. Tá, a gente já sabe que vai ter algumas coisas iguais do primeiro jogo. Ah, tá com um arco, entendeu? Tá, o stealth tá melhorado pra saber se você tá numa planta ou não. Caralho, Sonic, que porra foi essa?
They are rusted with sin. Free. Holy shit! No!
Uau! Eita,
Spread out.
Tá, o menu de itens parece que não mudou muito em relação ao primeiro. Parece que vai ser mais uma continuação mesmo da história que a gente conhece. Do que, tipo, mudar muito, entendeu? Nice. Uau! Ô louco.
She went into the grass. Watch yourself.
Né?
Ethan. What? Wolf. She came through here. Damn it. Double back. Go.
Headshot! Bala parece que tá bem escassa ainda no primeiro jogo. Legal. Caraca! Opa! É. Isso eu achei massa, cara. Usar de proteção. Usar inimigo de proteção foi bem massa. Ouch. É igual que esse bagulhete acaba afetando seu limite de HP possível. Caramba. Caraca, fez uma flecha explosiva. Porra! É, tem muita parte aí que tá com cara de cinemático. E esse tá... Entendeu? Porra! Tacou a machadada, meu. Né?
See, I told you
Foi full cinemático.
he should be terrified.
The Last of Us Parte 2. Vamos ver como é que vai ser. Foi um bom trailerzinho, foi um bom trailer. Mostrou um pouco mais do que pode ter as mecânicas. Tipo, não mostrou gameplay porque aquilo ali foi obviamente cinematic, né? Foi um cinematic bem óbvio, também sem data, mas acredito que seja até o final do ano, até o começo, até metade do ano que vem. Vamos ver o que tem. PlayStation Showcase. Agora a gente entrou no Showcase.
That was a new look at The Last of Us Part 2. We're here live in Los Angeles at the PlayStation E3 Showcase. We're taking a quick intermission while folks move along to the next part of the experience. We'll have a little bit more to share on that later. And I am joined by my good friend, Ryan Clements.
Hello, Mr. Schumann.
How are you?
I'm good. It's such a pleasure to be here at the PlayStation Showcase. And it's going to be a huge night for Worldwide Studios a little later
Já
when
não
the
gostei da
showcase resumes.
conferência nesse
And
sentido,
what
porque
better guests to have
estão
for
tentando
joining
se
us about
focar.
Worldwide Studios
Tipo,
than the chairman of Worldwide
essa
Studios,
coisa
Mr.
do
Sean Layden.
talk não é legal, cara.
Sir.
Yeah, good to be here.
I thought you were just on stage. How did you get up here so fast?
We created this pneumatic tube that I was dropped into and
flung
shot
right-
right across to the studio here.
Right
Yes.
over here. Well, it's
Yes.
good to have you here.
Well, it's
sir.
great to be here, and I think that was a very powerful start for our E3 program for this year.
That's right, and there's much more to come, but I do want to zero in on The Last of Us Part 2 here
Yeah.
just for a moment. You know, as chairman of Worldwide Studios, you work very closely with Naughty Dog. These guys need no introduction.
Indeed.
And I'm curious, from your perspective, where is their head at when it comes to developing this game?
Where's their head at? I mean, they are everywhere. They're looking at what can do in the next iteration of the Last of Us series, and I think what we saw tonight, I mean, that piece of content was so impactful. I mean, the whole relationship between Ellie and Dina going into the combat sequence really shows that they're pulling out all the stops over at Naughty Dog, and they're going to have a very broad and ranging game that's not going to make you only only work at it as a player, but you're going to have to just think as a person what you're coming up against.
And I can't wait to see more of that. And that was first gameplay we saw there of The Last of Us Part 2, looking obviously incredible. And speaking of
Isso era
incredible, I mean,
óbvio.
Worldwide Studios lately,
Isso é
I mean, it's just been
óbvio
unbelievable.
que ia acontecer,
Horizon,
velho. Só
God
tô
of War,
aguardando pela
which
regra
needs no
34.
and Detroit Become Human. I mean, what is the secret, and what are you doing over there at Worldwide Studios? What's going on there?
The rule number one is do no harm, right? Right. In a lot of ways, my job is just to move the boulders out of the road to make sure that creative talent can get where they need to go. You know, provide backup, provide scope. You know, provide generalized, you know, advice about where we can take this as an industry and as a gaming culture. But honestly, we've got 13 studios worldwide. We try to give them as much creative
Essa cara
control
do
as
Dende é
possible
muito
and just
boa.
help support them through to their vision. That's kind of what we've been trying to do here for the last dozen years or so with Worldwide Studios. And I think right now, certainly in the PS4 era, you're seeing a lot of that coming into play right now.
That's great to hear that. And, you know, I mean, speaking about making fans happy, I mean, I think there's a question that I've been getting a whole lot, and it has to do with God of War. You know, this is a celebrated game. It's sold extremely well. It has a huge legion of fans. And one of the things I wanted to mention was, you know, I get a lot of tweets about New Game Plus. You know, is this something that you and Santa Monica Studio are evaluating for God of War?
You know, it's crazy. With the advent of social media, we get a lot of real-time feedback from the fans and the community, and we listen to that. And God knows my Twitter feed is filled up with a lot of stuff that we could talk about here or not talk about at all. But it's all important. We take it all seriously. And New Game Plus is something that came through really strong and really hard through that kind of feedback loop. And I'm happy to say today that the teams are working on it, and we should have some more updates on that. We'll put that through the blog, but it's going to happen.
All right.
Definitely.
As someone who miraculously finished God of War with a 2-year-old at home, that makes me very happy. I will somehow find more
scary,
time.
but okay.
I will find time to. He wasn't watching.
Okay, thank God.
I want to confirm that.
Kids don't try this at home.
Asleep. But yeah, thank you so much, Sean. And it's great to hear that you and the amazing team at Santa Monica Studio are making that happen.
Hey, if we can create functionality and features that allow people to spend more time in the worlds we build, that's by definition a good thing.
Excellent.
Fantastic. So New Game Plus, that is confirmed. That is coming to God of War. We'll have full details on PlayStation Blog shortly. We have a lot more to talk about, too.
Yeah, and actually, Sean, I wanted to ask you about that. About a month ago, you did something a little bit out of the ordinary for our team, and you kind of came out and talked about the 4 main games that we would be highlighting tonight's PlayStation Showcase. I was wondering what the thought process was there.
Well, you know, every year
we try to let the stories we have to tell
design the experience we're going to create. And this year, we felt that what we really wanted to do is take people on a journey deep into the content, deep into the 4 big pillar games.
O primeiro já foi mostrado.
And get them to see a bit more about the stories we're trying to tell and the way
Mas
it's
se
going
eles
to be
mostrarem
expressed.
só 4 jogos,
It's a
acho que vai ser
really
meio
wide
fraco.
range of titles there.
Porra, cara, a Sony não tá
The Last of Us
ajudando,
2, which you saw
porra.
right now, through Death Stranding and
Tá falando-
Spider-Man and Ghost. So, this year,
Ó,
I
já
wanted
falou
people to
do
know that
Ghost e do
don't come here
Spider-Man.
expecting to have
Não.
some big
Já falou
flashy
dos 3, basicamente. Já falou do
idea come
Ghost,
out, or some
Spider-Man
big
e
surprise
Death
come out.
Stranding.
Come here and sit with us and walk with us as we
Já
get
falou dos
through
3.
to see the background stories and deep inside of the game.
Basicamente já falou dos 3.
And we do have a lot more coming from those Worldwide Studios games in the showcase later tonight. Do you have any personal games that you're most excited about?
Well, they're all fabulous, and I think the teams are really crushing it right across the board.
Fair enough.
But one thing I would say is there's one of the games that we're having out today that will be playable in 3 months and available in stores, and that's our favorite web slinger.
Of course.
Spider-Man. So we're going to see a lot of that tonight, and I think the folks at home should be happy with what they're going to get.
Awesome. Thank you, Sean.
Sean, thank you so much for dropping by. Always a pleasure to trade notes with the chairman of Worldwide Studios.
It's great to see you guys. I'll head back to the pneumatic tube station then.
All right, please do.
All right.
And
wear the helmet.
We do have a lot more in store coming up in just a few minutes as the E3 showcase continues. But in the meantime, we also have some other updates for you while we wait during this short intermission. So I say we kick it off with a look at the latest from the world of Call of Duty.
Call of Duty. Black Ops 4. Muito Resident Sleeper. Muito. Plants. Sim. Fine. Sim. É muito merda, cara.
Get immediate access to Back in Black maps in Call of Duty Black Ops
Por
3
que a
only when you
Sony
pre-order Call of
deixou...
Duty Black Ops 4 from PlayStation Store.
Welcome back. We are having the PlayStation E3
A Sony tinha que ter feito que nem as outras, tinha que ter se focado no que tem. Vai mostrar o quê? Tem que ficar com essa porra de ficar falando, velho. Porra.
That's
Good to
right.
have
Tem
you
que ficar
guys
falando,
back.
falar
It's good to
rápido,
be
que
back.
nem a Ubisoft, é rápido. Pá,
Right before
pá,
the
pronto.
showcase.
Absolutely.
Treino.
Excellent.
So I say we keep
Porra.
this moving here, and when it comes to Call of Duty, we know that
Porra,
a bunch of
Sony, é
remastered
foda.
maps from Black Ops 1 and Black Ops 2 are making their way to Call of Duty Black Ops 4 this October on launch day. But what we just learned here is that those maps, those classic maps, are coming to Black Ops 3 as well for those who pre-order Black Ops 4 on PlayStation Store.
Oh, that's pretty awesome. But what if I don't own Call of Duty Black Ops
Mas
3?
esse que é o problema,
Well,
eles
that's where
têm
it gets a
coisa pra
little more
mostrar pra
interesting, my friend.
caralho.
Oh.
So tonight,
E essa iluminação
we
aí
are actually
errada.
doing a surprise PlayStation Plus game drop, and that is going to be Black Ops 3. Black Ops 3 is coming to PlayStation Plus later tonight.
Yeah,
Ô,
that's
louco.
awesome. Yeah, it's
Ah.
very nice. This is why I
Ô,
love E3
louco.
because not
Então
only do we get to
amanhã de
share
manhã
awesome
eu posso
news
pegar
with
Black
our
Ops
audience,
3.
but PlayStation Plus subscribers get a little treat.
Little extra
Little tasty treat.
Right, little
Yeah.
little mid E3 supply drop for
Yeah,
you there.
there you go.
É.
You know, we've been sharing a lot of good news. We got to share 5
Foda-se,
really
exatamente.
cool announcements.
Foda-se,
Last week
legal,
we did our
foda-se.
countdown, kind of ramping up for tonight's big showcase.
That's right. We had the countdown to E3, and that was 5 game reveals and updates over a span of 5 days. A lot of great stuff announced. Let's take a quick look back at the highlights.
Ah, o do Tetris lá, malucão. É, o jogo do Tetris Effect. Como é que esse jogo vai ser VR, eu não sei. Como que um jogo do Tetris vai ser VR, eu não sei, mas tudo bem. Ah, o Days Gone.
What is this?
Ah, o Mirror.
I have to figure out what happened. Okay, wake up. Focus. Remember.
Green Mirror. Apareceu hoje ou ontem, mais cedo.
And flipping death.
Look like you've seen a ghost.
That's the spirit. Comes a heartfelt story in VR.
But really, who are you?
Ghost Giant. Ah, esse jogo também vai pra Plus? Vai aparecer na PSN? Caraca. Beat Saber. Esse pro VR é bem maneiro esse jogo. É. Não, Sony só tá repassando o que já foi. Countdown. Ué?
Welcome back. We're just a few minutes
Ah,
away
não
from the
começou.
E3 PlayStation Showcase. I mean, when I say a few minutes, I mean we're really. So
Ah,
let's keep
tá,
moving here.
não
There was a
começou
lot of great
ainda.
stuff here. Oh, and we can see the crowd is seated. The people are about ready to go. This
tá.
show's about to continue.
Ah, tá.
About to
Pô,
move into
valeu,
the big
Sony.
event.
Vamos lá.
Yeah, it was great to see the countdown stuff, but I do think that there's like maybe one more thing we can sneak in there before we cut away
Ah,
to the
tá.
showcase.
Não começou
Let's
ainda.
squeeze it in. Let's squeeze it in.
Squeeze it in.
Okay, so this next franchise boasts a huge loyal community of nearly 6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that.
Ai, Jesus. Vai, meu filho. Tá, não sou eu.
6 billion hours. Incredible stat.
Yeah, they play that.
Hipstream. É Hipstream, não foi eu não. É Hipstream mesmo. Caralho, velho. Hipstream. Caralho. Meu Deus. Caraca, velho. Hipstream total, é. O da Twitch? Tá. Pô. Ah, cacete. Ô, Sony, porra. Ok.
Yeah, that was a powerful new look at Destiny 2.
Tá, então era
Forsaken
Destiny
is coming
2.
out September 4th
Ok,
on
então nada
PS4.
demais.
A lot of great enhancements and content for that one. And
yeah, it looks really good. There's a lot of buzz about that Gambit mode coming up, and guess what? If you're at E3, you can play it at our booth.
Not too bad.
But
not too bad.
There's barely any time because we're about to get to the showcase.
That's right. We are really seconds away when it comes down to it from the rest of PlayStation's E3 showcase. Thank you so much for watching. We've got a lot more in store tonight. But
Puta que pariu, tá
for now,
foda.
I think it's almost time.
I think it's almost time. Should we get to it?
I think why keep people waiting? Let's get to it. We have so much more to cover.
Okay. Got a lot more in store.
Olha, velho. Perdendo 10, nada.
Live right now.
Tá, então agora que começa o evento mesmo. Ok. Beleza, legal. Puta que pariu, Sony. Caralho, mostra logo, porra. Não fica botando maluco com binimbal, porra. Caralho. Ah, caralho. Vai ficar agora? Nice tela de 18K. Né? Tá, já sabemos que esse aí é o do Ghost of Tsushima. Caralho, velho, vai tomar no cu, porra. Não! Ah! Tá. Vamos lá. Nós já sabemos que esse é o Ghost of Tsushima. Eu tô dançando aqui. É por isso que, cara, alguém dá uma porrada no cara da Sony pra fazer conferência. Que merda, eles conseguiram desaprender a fazer conferência. Ah, acabou só o cara contando. Eles conseguiram desaprender a fazer conferência, velho. Caralho. Vamos falar. É o Ghost of Tsushima primeiro. Vai-te embora, seu mendigo.
Temple's close.
Mongol Invasion, dia 9. Invasão mongol? Ô louco. Então ele é um jogo de história, no sentido de, tipo, é um jogo single player linear, pelo que parece. Por que caralho de colocar aquele cara tocando, essa porra da música vai tocar no fundo? Caralho, velho. Otsuna Grasslands.
Nobu, come.
Um monte de youtuber estão invadindo. Né? Invasão mongol. Um monte de youtuber invadindo. Caralho, velho, muito bom.
Where are they? Bastards! Enough! Was next samurai. Arshoneg, Artsan gesh podgosh batsium. Ni turkwai minik!
Essa coisa do samurai foi foda. Porque o samurai normalmente é assim mesmo. Né? Caraca, o parry, maluco. Cacete.
Jin, you're late.
You're impatient.
Tá bom.
Where's the monk?
The bastards beat me to him. Now they're torturing him at the temple.
Come on.
You think the monk's a hero?
We need him, Masako. Down.
We could take them.
No. Remember Sago Bridge? We strike quietly. And they kill the monk.
I'll guard the exits. Just get that monk.
Ô louco. Ah, ele vai subir pela... Não, é isso aí. Mostra que o jogo tem uma liberdade na hora de movimentar. Olha o grappling hook! Olha só!
sushi mug. I had a stuffed buffalo bun. Please, I do not understand. Uldathwi, chamarotun hami. Usmi che yaven sagt. Chi obelatno. Tini
Caraca. A cinemática foi legal.
He called reinforcements. We have to move.
Sushi Man. Nossa.
Masako!
Stand aside, Jin. You betrayed my family.
Run! If we fight, the Mongols win.
They already won.
Ah, caralho.
You were my friend.
Give me luck.
No.
Tá, mesmo pra uma cinemática, tá bem legal a ideia por trás.
Hear them coming? That's our enemy.
Sim, também tô vendo essa coisa das instâncias de nível também. Eu vi isso também. Bem interessante mesmo. Ghost of Tsushima. É da Sucker Punch. Então é da mesma empresa que fez o Infamous. Isso foi impressionante, porque pra ela sair de Infamous pra Ghost of Tsushima são duas coisas bem diferentes. Acho que ela vai mostrar alguns jogos VR agora. Eu acho, né? Só quero que você mostre os jogos, pô. Não precisa ficar fazendo nada. Alguém sozinho ficou batendo. Muito bom. Opa. Ah, já vai mostrar o próximo jogo, né? Guitar Hero VR. Se for Guitar Hero VR é muito triste, velho. Porra, é essa? Ela tá com uma pistola.
The oldest house.
VR mexicano Sniffer. Caralho. Esse jogo aí a gente não sabia qual era não, hein?
And rituals. You can keep traveling deep.
Caralho. Esse jogo aí a gente não tava sabendo não, hein? Cacete. Caraca, velho, que Jogo doido. E a gente não sabia que esse jogo ia ser apresentado. Engraçado que esse jogo tem mais a ver com a Sucker Punch do que os outros. Porque o Ghost of Tsushima. Caralho! Control? Control. Caralho! É da Remedy da 505, ô louco! 2019. Tá, gente, um rato. É o Quantum Break da Sony. Por que é o Quantum Break da Sony? Porque a Remedy não consegue fazer jogo bom? E PS1. Eita, coitado do ratinho. Au! Coitado do ratinho. Uou! Resident Evil 2 Remake. É Resident Evil 2, maluco. Você apareceu PS1.
Jesus Christ.
Leão novinho, aí.
Money's in my account. Always a pleasure.
Attention, all citizens.
Por isso o PS1, exatamente.
And don't make my mistake. If you see one of those things,
É aquele cara que morre no começo do jogo.
you do not hesitate.
É. Lembra do policial negro na delegacia de polícia? Eu tenho certeza que é aquele cara ali.
Surprised you made it this far.
Need info on my extraction. Survival's your responsibility.
God damn it.
Caralho!
Will you help me?
Pô, a Claire tá maneira aí. O design da Claire tá maneiro.
Impressive display of strength.
William Burke.
Meant for this to happen.
Vai virar um jogo de terror. Resident Evil 2 agora é jogo de terror, maluco.
It's coming back.
25 de janeiro? Caralho! Caralho, mano! 25 de janeiro de 2019. Uou! Uou, uou, uou. Pre-order today. Caralho, mano! Como que a Capcom segurou tanto, né? Caralho! É o Medieval? Será? Não, não é Medieval não. Esquece, não é Medieval. Pensava que ia ser alguma coisa.
And the co-creator of Rick and Morty.
Hey, what's up, everybody? I'm Bathtub Guy, and we're here at E3 to take some looks at this new game I'm going to show you right now.
É do co-criador do...
Give it a look.
É do co-criador de Rick and Morty.
There's some action platform stuff in this little piece of shit. I'm the bathtub guy. I'm always in my bathtub, but, you know, that's not about me right now. It's about this game. Whoa, look at that. That's exciting footage I just saw. Oh, I'm playing it right now. Look at me. I'm
É.
a cool cucumber over here playing
Ela
this
não
cool
falou
game.
nada que agora Resident Evil 2 estava pronto.
Jesus Christ! Oh my God! Somebody call 711 because that's the emergency dial number for this in this weird part of the galaxy. Because this is a sci-fi based thing. Help! He's got electrocuted.
Trover save the universe. Ok, né? Escrito para Justin Roiland. Não é um dos melhores, não. Podia ter sido alguma coisa melhor assim. Tá, o trailer do Kingdom Hearts. Padrão. A gente já. Mas. Pera aí. Esse trailer não tava nos outros, não. É um trailer exclusivo. Vai pro Pirata do Caribe. Caraca.
Because we get to be pirates again.
Yep, you always did like this world.
Still, it's a real shame we don't have a bigger ship.
Caraca, muito bom. Ah, então eles estão como se fosse um terceiro filme do Pirata do Caribe. É. Caraca, tá bem feito pra caramba. Caraca, o pessoal tá muito bom. Que isso, cara? What the fuck? Virou Assassin's Creed. Caralho, mano. Sim, é Port Royal. Só que agora Pirata do Caribe vai ficar mais legal ainda. Caralho. Pérola Negra, a barra do Pérola Negra no meio do canto. Caraca, velho. Caraca, a barra de HP do boy. Puta que pariu.
You back in the organization?
Caralho.
Surprising, isn't it?
Jack, don't you give this creep the time of day.
Sora, stand down. It's the code. Mustn't strike a pirate aboard ship when said pirate offers to confabulate.
I am looking for a box.
Get them!
Sora!
They have come for us.
É o Garra. Não é Kingdom Hearts mesmo.
Arendelle is safer with me staying up here.
Kingdom Hearts mesmo. A única diferença é que eles colocaram um trailer que a gente não viu antes. É um trailer novo. Um trailer completamente novo. Tangled.
And the unversed collected enough screams and sadness from those children.
Caraca, o...
You're following her.
Maybe she's one of the 7 pure lights we need. The new 7 hearts.
Ah! Agora que eu entendi. Agora que eu entendi. Então dessa vez vão ser as novas 7 princesas, entendeu? Do primeiro jogo. Oh!
Liking the look. Cut your hair too.
Ué, o que tá fazendo? Ô, louco. Caralho. Doideira. Ah, é, beleza. O trailer que a gente não tinha visto antes. Janeiro. Janeiro 29 de 2019. Uai, pô. Caralho! Ué, ah, isso a gente já teve. Já deu HD 2.8, que é com todo mundo. Isso aí já existe. Uou! Caralho! Vai ter um super package pro PS4. Caralho! Vai morrer, hein? Tu vai morrer, hein? Tá bom, né? Death Stranding. Já tô falando Death Stranding. Sony Interactive Entertainment presents.
Some border breaches.
Created and developed by Kojima Production.
The man who delivers. Tears.
Death Stranding.
Chiral allergy. So, dooms, like me. What's your level?
I've got the extinction factor, but I think you got me beat.
You can see them, right?
No, but I can sense them.
The Walking Dead. Caramba.
Must be tough out here on your own.
Hideo Kojima game.
I make deliveries. That's all.
Ah, ele tava entregando alguma coisa. Caramba! Caramba! É, isso pelo jeito ele. É, tá levando um corpo. What the fuck, man? Caraca, que bizarro. É, como ele falou, ele literalmente é o cara das entregas. Ele fica sempre entregando alguma coisa. Ah, perdeu a mão. Eita, porra. Au! É só um jogo genérico. Giving your hand in life. Simulador de delivery. Ele faz frete. Caraca, ele faz frete a pé, velho. Pior ainda. Tá porra. Se você olhar, tudo que tá perto desse bicho parece que envelhece de uma forma impressionante, cara. Cara, que jeito de criar tensão, velho. Puta que pariu. Me dê a sua mão na mão.
Headed into town. Watch yourself. Those things never stay gone for long. The time flow fast forwards whatever it touches, but it can't wash everything away. The past just won't let go. I'll see you around. Sam Porter Bridges.
Sam, what's your status? Chiralium density is still increasing.
My status is fucked. There's tons of them. Can you sit out the rain? No. They're closing in on my position. I have to move before they realize I'm in here.
Sam, if one of those things eats you, it'll trigger a void out. You'll come back, sure, but the surrounding area will still be a crater.
I got an idea.
Ah, essa luz é como se fosse pra afastar esses fantasmas, pelo que parece. É pra gente poder ver e pra poder afastar também, pelo jeito. Não, afastar não, não ajuda a afastar. Isso só ajuda a gente a ver mesmo. Caralho. Sim, o poder vem do bebê. Caraca, velho, que doideira, velho.
A crypto riot a day keeps the time fall away.
Porra, que ela comeu.
You're too late.
Porra, que ela comeu, velho.
You still don't know who I am, do you?
Sim, eu notei isso também. São adultos com cordão umbilical ainda. Contínua. Será? Ué, Tecmo Koei. Koei Tecmo. O que a gente tem? Warriors Orochi? Ou Shibusawa? O pior que deve ser Warriors Orochi. Por um segundo achei que era Warriors Orochi, velho. Team Ninja. Dead or Alive? Sei. Pode ser. Caraca. Nihô 2. Caralho! Caralho! Defy Death. Caralho, Nihô 2, velho. Puta que porra. Quando você desafia a morte desafia. Caralho. Caralho. Nihô 2, malandro. Hype, 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 hype. Ele tá digitando hype. Hype, 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 hype. Caralho! Caralho, Nihô 2, malandro! Rat. Caralho, que jogo é esse? Ah, Homem-Aranha. Nosso amiguinho da vizinhança.
It was. Let's go. Maybe it's not as bad as it looks.
Love the optimism. But in my experience, when it looks bad, it's usually worse. Look out!
Oh, Electro. 13 anos? Não foi isso. Foi tanto tempo assim. E...
Welcome to the party. Just in time for the fireworks.
Fudeu. Então a gente já sabe mais ou menos como é que vai ser o jogo do Homem-Aranha. A gente é capturando os vilões do Homem-Aranha.
I'll head for the main control center and see how bad the situation is.
Got it. I'll go join the party.
Então a gente já sabe que
Everyone just quietly go back into your cells and lock the door behind you. Okay? Please?
Então a gente já sabe que muitos dos vilões que a gente vai ver durante o jogo são vilões que até mesmo fugiram daí. Sério? Caraca. Ah, acho que não vai ser, não vai demorar tanto não. Acho que vai ser no máximo até 2020. 2019 talvez.
Like fish in a barrel. Catastrophic event detected. That doesn't sound good.
Au!
Oh, hi, Rhino.
Ah, fodeu.
Hope you like surprise, Spider. Surprise? What is he talking about?
Entendi.
Hey, what's your status?
Me? Just trapped in a prison with every criminal I've put away in the last 8 years. No biggie.
Ah, legal.
This is too good to be true. Scorpion, can you hold on a minute? I was in the middle of a phone call and it was business.
Eu tava no meio de uma ligação. Caraca, os bandidos pegaram os escudos da polícia, velho. Muito bom.
Not really. Electro, Rhino, and now Scorpion are all on the loose. What's going on in the rest of the prison?
Camera system's almost up. I'll give you a sit rep soon.
Okay, I'll keep tracking Electro.
Ô, louco! Caraca, velho! Tá muito bom, cara. Acho que tá bom.
Come on, Spider-Man. I thought this was a chase. Gotta stop this guy. If you tell me who you're working for, I'll go easy on you. Can't stop it. But I'm flattered that you still try. Nobody ever takes me up on that offer.
Uma coisa que eu notei é que essa coisa dos... Uma coisa que eu notei é que esse... É... Caraca, vai começar uma briga dessa porra.
Well, it looks like the entire population of the raft has escaped. That makes 5 of your worst enemies that are now on the loose.
For a second there, I thought you were serious.
I am serious. I have to go. Some of them are heading into the city.
This is nuts.
Ah, entendi agora. Essa história do Homem-Aranha é baseada no Sexteto Sinistro. Essa história do Homem-Aranha aí é baseada no Sexteto Sinistro. Tipo, provavelmente vai ter mais inimigos e tal, mas ela é baseada na ideia do Sexteto Sinistro. Vai ser uma boa aventura, eu acho. Sexteto Sinistro.
My new suit. Dashing. Where'd you get it? It's an exclusive club.
Né? Desde que tinha aquela ideia inicial daquele filme de Sexteto Sinistro, lembra? Só falta o Crocodile agora.
Remember, he said want to.
We definitely want to.
Au. E caralho. Abutre, Rino, Escorpião, só a série B do Homem-Aranha aí. Peraí, Rino não é série B não, cara. Rino é série A, velho. Rino é série A. Eletroman também. Eletroman, na minha opinião, o Rino é mais série A do que o Electro. Virou final de batalha de funk. Vai voltar. Já acabou? Sério que já acabou? Ah, velho, vai pra merda. Ô, Sony, que isso, cara? Sério? Não mostrou nada. Acabou. Ah, velho, sério? Só isso? Pô, não vai mostrar.
That was the PlayStation E3 showcase. A lot to take in. There was a ton of great worldwide studios titles. We actually got a little more to share here coming right up. We're going to have first live gameplay of Marvel's Spider-Man right here, just a couple of minutes. We have a new game to announce. We have some other stuff to talk about too. What a show.
Oh my God.
My gosh.
Top highlights, go.
Oh,
There's your time.
Oh my goodness, Ghost of Tsushima looked absolutely incredible. That color palette was insane.
Yeah.
Did you grow up with samurai movies?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Sério?
Ready.
It's just the
That's
embodiment.
I'm ready.
sacanagem,
Sucker punch.
cara.
Thank you.
Meredith.
Oh,
Mas
Resident Evil 2,
sacanagem.
come on, RE2, that looked so good. I know a lot of us
Mas a
fans been waiting
conferência
for
era
that
aquilo.
one. And there
Eles
was like a
deviam ter
moment where you're
feito.
like,
Vocês vão anunciar mais uma coisa,
and then
eles
as
tinham
soon
que
as he
anunciar
turned
na
his head, I was like,
conferência.
yes!
And you get that that
so good.
RE4 style over the shoulder
Yes.
camera action. It's kind of like the ultimate dream if they were going to remake Resident Evil 2. That's what I would want. So awesome
Vamos
stuff.
ver o que vai
Nice and
acontecer.
gory.
As Meredith said backstage, Death Stranding, we now have more questions.
Eles mostraram então.
More questions.
More
But
questions.
it looks as if, I mean, I don't want to make any promises, but it looks as if we were getting kind of an allusion to a lot of gameplay in there and kind of what the character of Sam is going to be doing
Aí,
in this
mostraram
very unusual world
E-
that isn't happened by
teaser
some
de
very
nível
unusual
2,
and scary things.
Resident
And
Evil
people
2
consume strange
remake,
and unusual.
mostraram
Yeah,
o trailer do Kingdom Hearts 3 que a gente não tinha
Continue to
visto
be a
antes,
theme.
Yeah, that wasn't a myth.
mostraram
I don't know what we're going to find out there, but yeah.
So a ton of great stuff in the show overall. I mean,
Homem-Aranha,
Neo 2, that was a crowd
mostraram
pleaser. That was
aquele
one that
jogo
was
do
great to
criador
see get out there. We got an update
do
on
Rick and Morty,
Kingdom Hearts 3. We got a lot of other great stuff. We had a
mostraram
new Remedy game. Remedy's
yeah,
on the
o
way.
jogo da Remedy, obrigado.
Really stylish trailer.
Mostraram
Really
o,
looking
o trailer do
just,
jogo
I
da
wanna learn
o
more
Ghost of
about that one. I mean,
Tsushima.
it just looks like wizards and like I don't know what I was
Mostraram o que mais também.
It was really
Tirando coisa
stylish. I would
do,
expect no
do
less
Destiny,
from Remedy.
do
But I got to say, I think
código,
my
isso aí não
favorite
conta.
was Marvel Spider-Man.
Spider-Man looked in. That
was
incredible.
incredible. We have these legendary villains are back. We had Rhino, Electro, Vulture. I'm missing some. Who else were there? I mean, just one after another. That was Electro.
So many.
Spider-Man was not in a good space. At the
No,
end of that trailer.
it was pretty rough. It was pretty rough. So
Vamos ver se eles vão
we're
anunciar
gonna
mais
see
alguma
live
coisa
gameplay
mesmo.
of that in just a minute or two here. But I say we actually take this moment to announce a new game. What do you think?
Oh, peraí, vamos anunciar mais um jogo.
Nonchalant.
Hits keep coming.
Yeah.
So you guys know From Software.
Absolutely.
I'm
Tá,
aware
tá.
of them.
They have created a lot of great games over the year. Well, they have been busy working on a PlayStation VR game.
Oh, VR.
And it is
What?
quite a departure from the kinds of games that we sort of know them for, but it's very, very
Peraí,
interesting. And I'd like to see
a From
footage
Software,
of that right now.
From Software tá fazendo um jogo VR pra Sony. What? What the fuck? From Software. Armored Core VR?
Aren't you excited? You're going to be a fairy.
A fairy.
And live in the world where time stands still. Where nobody can see what you're up to ever again.
Dark Souls VR. Caraca, você ia dar um medo do caralho. Dark Souls do VR ia dar um medo do cacete. Tá mais pra um outro tipo de jogo, cara. Não tá pra jogo de aventura, não. É mais pra um jogo investigativo, sei lá. Jogo história. Demon Souls 2 VR. Não. Tá certo que se um dia eles quiserem fazer Demon Souls 2, a Sony não tem os nomes. Então, tecnicamente falando, é só eles pedirem pra Sony pra fazer um jogo exclusivo de novo. What the fuck? Destiny.
Okay, Destiny, that's From Software's new title coming to PlayStation VR. Quite a departure, very artistic. Still don't know a ton about how it actually plays yet, but certainly a compelling debut, I would say. And speaking of compelling, let's get to that Spider-Man. It is time.
We have some folks.
Gameplay do Spider-Man? Opa, peraí.
Ryan, Adam, gentlemen, welcome to the program. It's so great to have you here. I just have to say, first of all, thank you guys for giving us your time.
Of course, happy to be here.
And also, congratulations, kind of closing out some of the show there with Marvel Spider-Man. How does it feel?
It's surreal. We've been working on it for a while, so
it's nice
to be here. And obviously, we showed you. People wanted villains, so we decided we'll give you a lot of villains. And now, and the next question is, can we play the open world? And Adam's gonna show off the New York City.
I mean, I don't know, Sid. What do you think?
Let's dive in.
Yeah,
what are we talking about here?
Get in there. We're going to boot up the demo here, and this is essentially one of the first playable demos that you guys are going to be showing off.
Yeah,
of Spider-Man.
Pretty much. So, I mean, if you think about,
Go ahead, Adam.
the game is, you know, a lot of people were like, last year's E3 was like, well, was that like just a linear level? No, like that was our Manhattan, that's our New York City, and it happened to be on like a main story mission. But in between, like you saw on the raft or last E3, you can just swing around New York City and have fun.
Let's go to that footage because we have it running here on the main monitor. We'll go to it in just a second. This is the beauty of the live environment.
Yeah,
this is great. I got my own little TV. This is perfect.
Yeah, I got it all.
Adam's doing a fantastic job so far. It's been really good.
So first of all, you're actually playing this right now.
Yeah.
That's right. And I do want to
Uma coisa que eu notei uma coisa que eu acho que eu notei, eu acho que vocês notaram também. O Spider-Man não está atirando flecha no céu. Não está atirando teia no céu. Ou seja, eles estão usando o environment, né, como meio de movimentação de verdade. Isso é muito bom, cara.
Living within New York City and seeing that, so you know, Adam is one of our combat pro players because he's a combat designer, and again, he's just showing off some really awesome stuff that as you get better with the game, obviously, you know, we wanted to have a pick up a play feel, but at the same time have a level of mastery and to really show off the improvisation that we've really been talking about a lot since we announced the game.
I'm digging this, like sticking dudes to walls and to the floor and stuff. That looks really satisfying.
I mean, I think the thing that's been really fun in these last, you know, I would say last 6 months since we got back from the holiday break was every week I feel like I'll take the game home or I'll be playing one night and then I'll come in and say, wow, guys, I didn't know you could do that. So I think there's a lot of that, there's that sandbox nature to it as well. So, I mean, obviously you can, you know, we're going to teach you mechanics, but we want you to experiment with, you know, his acrobatics, his webs, his gadgets, his suit powers. So combining all that stuff really allows for a lot of different gameplay and a lot of, you know, Spider-Man's a very expressive character. We want players to be able to express that, whether it's in traversal or in combat.
It's gorgeous.
These animations, these animations are just blowing my mind.
Your studio has kind of been renowned for character animation and for, just fluid motion. I mean, did you guys take a lot of lessons from your previous games and really like hone in on those when you were developing?
I mean, I think animation's definitely been one of the hallmarks of our company. From Spyro to Ratchet to Sunset Overdrive.
Yep.
And I mean, I remember when the Sunset Overdrive reviews came out, one person actually wrote, it would be great to see Insomniac make a Spider-Man game. And I was like, see, we should make it.
See?
And I think
you waved your phone around to the whole studio.
Exactly. We took that kind of mentality and we just injected our personality, but also, what do people want, desire from a Spider-Man experience. So, it was really great as I remember probably around the end of the year, end of last year, someone wrote an article about the top things they want to see in Spider-Man. And they said they want it to feel like an Insomniac game. So I think that's the thing we've been really layering on in this last year is to have that, it feels like an Insomniac game as much as it does a Spider-Man game.
And I love this traversal, I mean, just the fluidity of just moving over great distances very quickly. It looks like a lot of fun just moving around, and that's when you know you've got a great game.
Okay, so so you know how I kind of said like experimenting, but like sometimes, I mean, game development, we're in meetings a lot, and then sometimes you just need to like take a break. And what I used to find myself doing was just swinging around New York City. It was almost like therapeutic. It's just kind of like when I play other games, I just walking or running or even taking a car. It feels so more natural now just to swing around like Spider-Man. So it's definitely one of those things that has that, again, just like combat, that pick and play feel, but we want players to have a level of mastery as they play. And get
Caraca, velho.
That's very interesting what you're saying there.
So like I said, Adam showed off, I think he showed off the tripwire, or it's basically a gadget that you can either attach to a piece of geometry, and the enemies walk by, they'll get like grabbed and sucked back.
Boa noite aí, ô
Also
Wagner.
attach it to
Até mais.
an enemy, and if an enemy walks by, they kind of slam into each other.
That is amazing. This is so cool. What's this focus meter about?
So the focus meters basically, there's kind of a risk reward. As you build focus, you can use it to heal.
Sid's having a religious
experience. It just looks incredible.
Okay, thank you. The team works really, really hard on it. Really, really hard.
Clearly.
And the idea is the focus is kind of a way to, it's a risk reward. Like I said, you can either heal yourself or you can kind of, if you fill up the bar a certain way, you can actually pull off a finishing move. So, as you play the game, you can kind of say, well, do I want to maybe heal myself real quick, or do I want to wait for that really extravagant move to kind of take the guy out instantly?
Got it.
Brian, a question for you is, obviously Spidey has, with his experience being under the mask for so many years now,
Yep,
in
8 years.
Story, 8 years. Thank you. You got to be precise.
I got it. One of the first questions I get is like, is it an origin story? I'm like, no. That was after we decided that the webs were definitely attached to the buildings, we decided it's not going to be an origin story.
But back to the combat. I mean, Spidey's experience. He has access to a lot of different techniques and technologies. How do you balance out his experience with the fact that you don't want to overwhelm a player with options, right? You want to make it approachable.
That comes down to our combat team, our traversal team,
like
and
this guy right here,
like Adam, and really going, okay, kind of handing that stuff out over the course of the game. Finding those right spots where you kind of, okay, we're going to teach you how to punch and how to kick and how to punch guys up in the air and use your webs. But then we layer on things like gadgets and then the suits and the suit powers. And it's kind of giving over time. If we just, one thing with something like E3, we want you to feel great, right? But there's a lot to learn really quickly. Normal course development, we kind of find those spots in the game where it makes most sense to teach those mechanics. And then as the game goes on, we want you to master those because the game's only going to get harder.
Yeah, absolutely. Sid, what do you think?
I got to say, this game is looking
right?
absolutely gorgeous. This is, it was looking spectacular to begin with, but this is on a totally different level. And I can just see that
so much.
I can see that polish, though. That's the thing, and that's what comes out in that final few months of development.
Yeah, if you guys watched the press conference, right?
Sure.
You saw all those games, those first-party games, and they all have a level of polish. And to be in a press conference with the likes of a Naughty Dog, a Sucker Punch, Kojima Productions, we are very honored to be, and we know there's a certain polish that people expect from a PlayStation game, especially a first-party game. So we want to be considered right up there.
Well,
and not to mention also from the Marvel, Marvel fans expect to have that perfect experience.
Of course.
May I just ask real quickly, as we're starting to wind down here, from a personal perspective, I mean, what's it like for you and for the team to be able to kind of look up at the big screen and see your game after all that time and all that work?
I'm known as a crier, so it takes a lot for me not to get choked up. Like right now, they're playing the theme song to the game in the background as we're sitting here, and I mean, this is an amazing industry, and to be part of it is one thing, but to work on something you truly love and something that when you were a little kid thinking, oh my God, could I ever work on a Spider-Man game, let alone be in video games, is just absolutely surreal. I use that word a lot when I describe working on this game. And to work with a group like Sony and work with Marvel, and that feeling is felt by so many Insomniacs. So we couldn't be prouder. And the support we've gotten across the board, not only from Sony, Marvel, but also the fans, has been spectacular.
Nice work, Brian. It just looks incredible. I mean, there's no other word for it.
You're flabbergasted.
I really am. It's stunning. I mean, just look at that. How can you not be blown away by that? But we do have a limited amount of time here, Brian. You're an industry veteran. You've been in the industry for a long time. I know this is a lifelong dream for you working on this game. And I want to thank you and Insomniac for making it.
Thank you for having us.
And for coming by as well.
Spider-Man was so awesome that it broke my mic, and I have to use the stick mic now.
I thought you just wanted to look different from all of us.
Yeah, I just wanted to stand out a little bit. But you know, Sid, actually, I think a little earlier, we were able to maybe get some footage of some of the amazing experiential stuff that's going on with Spider-Man. Right?
I mean, there really is something incredible going on here at this PlayStation E3 showcase. I mean, it's on a scale and a scope that we have just never seen before. And so we have people here, they're playing the game. We have a lot of hands-on sessions for folks that are here for the showcase. And the game looks great, but I just love the way this whole, I know her.
Oh, there's familiar faces popping up on the stream.
But I mean, it's a great event here. And it's just, I wish we could get everybody in here to try this out and to just see what has been sort of constructed. With Spider-Man and with actually another game we're about to talk about.
Yeah, we're about to talk about Ghost of Tsushima.
Why don't you? Yeah, Ghost of Tsushima. Yeah.
We have we sneakily snuck on a few amazing people onto our program as a helicopter goes by to mark this amazing moment. Nate Fox and Jason Connell to my left and Nate Fox. Gentlemen, welcome. Thank you so much for coming over.
Yeah, absolutely. Thanks for having us.
It's really good for you to be here, and I'm so glad you're able to give us some of your time.
Yeah.
Can I just ask, kind of what we were just talking about with the team from Insomniac, what's it like for you as individuals and as developers to be able to kind of be a part of all of this?
It's amazing. I mean, you try so hard to make a video game that you can get lost in, and then to come to E3 where they actually build your game. It's kind of a dream come true that way.
Yeah. How about you?
Oh man, it's amazing. You know, people are excited. You know, you see all the other projects, and everybody's just stoked about all the different games that are up there. And you know, we put a lot of heart and soul into it, so it's just that moment where it shows it is just great. So
I think we should show it because we have some of the footage.
I think we do have a little bit of footage hanging around here, so let's check it out. If we can
absolutely. It's just hanging around.
It's just doing its thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, this game, first of all, just gorgeous. I mean, the art direction is really coming through in an incredible way, but also the technical sophistication as well. I mean, we're going to see here in a minute. Here we go. There we go. Get into some combat.
Yeah, we have some highlights from the showcase just showing off for the first time.
Look at this. Look at this look. I mean, this is gorgeous.
Look at this look.
I don't know what else to say about it. I'm flabbergasted.
And maybe, I don't know, Nate or Jason who wants to take this, but it seems like in these moments of gameplay, there's small vignettes of like a classic samurai film in which you really focus in the player experience, the visuals, the music, all the cues seem to align in harmony. I mean, that must all be very intentional, I can only assume.
It is an orchestra. You know, like you got to take all these elements, and for even that opening attack, that EI attack, it's about building space before it, having the leaves go by, the drum up of music beforehand. And that's what makes it, really powerful.
How do you coordinate all those systems? Like,
we run in strike teams. We got a lot of multidisciplinary, awesome people working on it. So
yeah, but I mean, you watch a lot of samurai movies, man. I mean,
that's the real answer, actually.
Yeah. I mean, there's that quiet before the storm. it's pretty key to the genre. So
Yeah, it is.
just trying to make it real in a video game is our goal.
And I know that authenticity is something that's tremendously important to your entire studio
It is.
in this game. Do you want to share a little bit about some of the steps, the great steps that your team went through creating that?
Yeah, you know, I feel like we're in a super unique position because, you know, we're part of Sony, we have J Studio, we have somebody that would be a producer on our project in J Studio. We hired some cultural guides. Like, I feel like we're in this, like, you know, unique position to help us create this thing. Oh, the Shoji screen, that one's a popular one.
This knocked me off.
Sorry to interrupt.
No, that's interrupt worthy right there.
Okay, so can we talk a little bit maybe about how you're approaching the sword play? I think that's a really interesting concept here. Like, you don't have to get too far into it. I know the game's still deep in development, but tell us a little bit about that.
Well, we're going for lethal precision, where there's not a lot of wasted energy. It's very trained experts, and so every strike, you know, could end a life. So you want to make sure that each one counts.
Yeah.
I mean, right now we're allowing these characters to kind of circle each other and talk to each other because it's not just kind of a furball, right? It's studying kendo. We've brought in experts to kind of show us how to do it.
And it shows.
It looks like maybe your team spent 400 years making this one scene. I mean, that's the thing that I would like our audience to remember is that every leaf, every flicker of flame has to be hand-placed by someone at some point in time, unless you had a giant machine AI do it all by itself.
Maybe, I don't know. We have a great team. It's, you know, creating those beautiful moments, the lethal combat, that was the goal. Like, having the and having the, you know, visceral combat, that was our goal.
Yeah, I mean, it's so great to have you guys here. We do have a few more things to get to, right, Sid?
We do. Thank you so much for joining us.
Thank you guys.
No, thank you for being a part tonight.
Oh, yeah.
Ghost of Tsushima looking mighty, mighty impressive. And
should we look at some of that stuff?
Yeah, so there's a whole experience here built out for folks who are here at the PlayStation E3 showcase. And we're going to get a little footage out here. Oh, here we go. There we go. Look at this. So this was was that period of time. I know some of these people. This is the period of time when earlier on when we had that intermission, we had to make a little bit of time for folks to walk from one part of the experience to the next. So you're seeing shots of that right now. Very just special, intimate, and beautiful experience
gorgeous.
for folks to walk through there. Again, I wish we could just open the doors for 10 million people to come in here and just kind of get this all up close and personal.
10 million people might be a little more than than this venue can handle.
That's right. The fire marshal may have an issue or two with that, but it really is something else, and hopefully these clips here give you a little bit of a taste of what was in store here tonight at the PlayStation E3 Showcase.
And Sid, we sneakily got a few more folks in here to join us for our program. Again, I know, and specifically to talk about those little interstitials that we were seeing during our showcase. And it's my great pleasure to introduce the Media Molecule.
Hi.
Matching outfits.
Matching. We're matchy-matchy.
You know, that's cool.
Welcome to the program.
Thank you for having us.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's crazy.
It is our great pleasure. I want to point out, and correct me if I'm wrong, the little interstitials we were seeing were all created inside Dreams.
That's right. So we just we had no idea what they were going to be shown with the games. So, you know, Resident Evil, and then we get to do a little trumpet.
Yeah.
Part.
The little celeries, and then it's Death Stranding.
No greater wine pairing than the Resident Evil and the fart trumpet.
There we go.
Truly.
I mean, and we had the final word, right? The orange drummer.
Yeah.
We need to give these guys names. If any of your viewers want to name our fruit, that would be awesome.
That'd be great. But yeah, it was really fun because, like, the thing about Dreams is it's really fast to create these little sort of stories and games. And so when we got the opportunity to do something fun for the press conference, it just felt like such good, you know, like, to do something musical and sort of something that kind of showed off the playful nature.
We're teasing something with that, actually.
We are teasing something. We are. There's a tease in
there's method in the madness.
There is
a nice palate cleanser in between each of those, and it kind of kept everybody on their toes. Right. But I actually want to zero in a little bit more on the create mode that you guys are working on. And this is something that is, well, quite frankly, it's absolutely astonishing.
Okay, so I mean,
innovative here.
I mean, we're showing this at E3. It's so exciting for us. We're demoing it on the show floor. We've got press hands-on. So I think Dreams, you can create anything. Literally, people ask me, like, can we make games? Can we make movies? And the answer is always yes. And in fact, tonight we're going to be doing a live music show made in Dreams.
Yeah.
And puppet show.
Yeah.
Okay, I was about to say, are you going to play music live?
Yep, we are going to play it tonight.
Yes.
And hopefully we'll find a way to get it out onto the internet.
We're debuting our new band, The Molecules.
Yeah.
Wait, really?
Yeah, and they are literally
perfect.
They will be using the create tools that you're watching right now to perform a 15-minute live gig
I don't think anyone knows about this. Even the people out there in the garden haven't realized yet.
We're
so,
spoiling it for the folks at home.
Yeah, man, it's going to be big.
And I just want to point out is the footage that the folks at home are seeing right now.
Yeah.
The seamless nature of the kind of create and the play, functionality of Dreams it cannot be overstated.
Yeah, I mean, it's super easy. Even if you don't think that you're a game creator, even if you've never thought about game designing, if you've played games, you can do this. If you can play a platform game, if you can play Our Story, then you can do this. You can create your own, you can upload, and then you can share incredible levels in like 10 minutes. We're doing a demo this week at E3 where we create gameplay for a whole level in like 20 minutes, including music. You can compose your own music.
Awesome.
You can do the gameplay. You can animate. You can record voiceovers. The whole thing on a PlayStation.
And just to clarify, sorry to interrupt, is this two people both playing at once?
Yeah, it's co-op, so we're showing the co-op gameplay.
Multiple controllers, you can jam together, and it's quite funny because one of you can be testing and then another one can be getting the jump height right or whatever it is.
It's amazing.
Yeah, it's cool.
I just love Dreams, and I literally haven't even touched it yet.
Yeah, well,
I am
come
already
over.
madly in love.
Yeah, thank you so much.
But the idea really has been like what you're seeing is really this easy nature of just like picking and placing, because I think one of the things that sometimes people get a bit scared of like the idea of the blank canvas, but actually what I love about Dreams is it's just this idea of just choice. Like every day people make choices. You put your clothes on, you might choose where you put a poster in your bedroom, and Dreams is very like that. All you're really doing is like here we're seeing like this sort of Instagram effect. You can take a scene and be able to very quickly change it so that it looks really different, and you're adding your own mark.
And then the pièce de résistance is that all of this stuff which gets made, gets uploaded, and if you just want to sit back on your sofa and enjoy an unending stream of madness of the PlayStation 4 players' creations, you
acho que eu vou fechar por aqui. Valeu todo mundo aí que tava na live.
I mean, that's what's so exciting,
E até a próxima, galera.
So we will be starting
Valeu e
to
boa
see what
noite.
the creativity of PlayStation gamers